BB851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey all, welcome back. The overall aftermath of ET-302, the incident which saw 157 people killed on board a 737 MAX 8, has been immense. With airlines announcing groundings left, right and centre, many have looked to the likes of Boeing and the FAA for statements regarding the safety of the type. While Boeing are yet to confirm the safety of the aircraft, the FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration, has now issued multiple statements in regards to the events that unfolded on ET-302 and what that means for the type. At 3:15 PM ET on March the 11th, they said, an FAA team is on site with the NTSB in its investigation of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302. We are collecting data and keeping in contact with international and civil aviation authorities as information becomes available. Today, the FAA will issue a continued airworthiness notification to the international community, or CANIC, for Boeing 737 MAX operators. The FAA continuously assesses and oversees the safety performance of US commercial aircraft. If we identify an issue that affects safety, the FAA will take immediate and appropriate action. A day prior to that, and shortly after the incident came to light, they said, the FAA is closely monitoring developments in the Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crash earlier this morning. We are now in contact with the US State Department and plan to join the NTSB in its assistance with Ethiopian civil aviation authorities to investigate the crash. The overall response from these statements and airworthiness reports has really been far from positive, with many calling it irresponsible, disgusting, and more. Others made a point of saying that for each MAX delivery, that is equivalent to one body bag. Meanwhile, some said that the FAA and Boeing are hiding information. As I've said from the start though, on the channel and my social media platforms, I will only inform you all on the facts, not the speculation, or maybe the similarities or differences between incidents involving the MAX 8s. At the end of the day, I am not an investigator, and I know many others aren't. Investigators are people who have the appropriate training to determine the causes of the crash. I had the opportunity to speak with someone working inside the aviation industry in regards to groundings over at Aero Mexico. The main question I asked was in regards to the decision made to ground the MAXs at the airline, especially after the FAA made it clear that the MAX 8 and MAX 9 could continue to fly. He said, yes indeed, the decision to ground the MAX fleet was made with a couple board of directors, management and pilots. The main discussion was why and how these two brand new aircraft of the same model could dissipate right after takeoff in two different airlines, if we had been experiencing any problems. While some of the board of directors were hesitant to ground the fleet, since there wasn't, and we have no idea as of what and how those accidents were caused, the decision was made to keep passengers and pilots safe due to the newly grown concerns, and while there's no certain cause for the accidents yet, it's better to keep everyone safe and leave the uncertainties/questioning of the MAX fleet behind for now. I'll continue to do my best to keep you all updated on the situation unfolding. However, as you may be able to understand, making videos can sometimes take triple or quadruple the time to write a simple article. Therefore, it does make it a little harder and more time consuming to cover every single development in the story. Should you wish to keep up to date with every development, I do highly recommend going over to my Twitter, as I've been publishing updates over there as frequently as possible and also discussing with you all your thoughts on the incident. With that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to you all joining me in the next one despite the circumstances.
Race all of these broken dreams in flight, and we'll fly.